All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our 10th and final class of our semester. Joe, you can go to the next slide. So together we managed to run virtual classes despite the difficult circumstances in this world. I never thought that I would be teaching seniors how to use computers and smartphones on computers and smartphones. That was never in my mind, but we managed to get through it. This is our second time looping around. Shout out to those who attended all 20 classes across the board. And we hope that you really benefited from the topics. We actually selected, when we put together this curriculum, topics that we really felt were relevant now. So we're hoping that you managed to benefit from some of the lessons and topics that we taught. So before we get started, I want to speak about one of my students briefly, who actually passed away this week. And I'm just going to speak very briefly about Roz for a second, and then we'll get started. So for those of you who have taken a class with me in person before, you might know Roz, you might remember Roz. Roz took my 10-week computer basics class, and she also attended every single Zoom class. And let me tell you, Roz always did her homework. She was the first one in class every single week. She was, I think, 93 years old. And unfortunately, she passed away this week. Actually, about 1 month ago, I was interviewed by NPR News, NPR Radio. And they asked me if I could put them in touch with one of my students so that they could have a actual personal interview with one of them. And I gave them Roz's number. And I'm actually going to play for you just a quick, 45-second audio clip, and you're going to listen to what Roz said on the NPR News, and it's really remarkable. I just wanted to, before we get started, just to take a second and dedicate this class to her. And we're now going to play just a really quick audio clip, and you're really going to listen to how devoted this woman was to all the classes, and she really was a very big bright light when she walked into the class. So Joe, if you could play that audio clip, and then we'll listen to that.
I think it's an enormous service that he's providing. I think it's a credit to him, and it's a credit to him that he wants to, not only that he wants to do this, but he wants to do it with people like us, with people like me.
That's Rosalind Zuger, one of Jordan's students. Rosalind is originally from Ireland, but she's been in the U.S. for more than 60 years. At 90, she lives alone, but she maintains a pretty active social life. This lockdown's been really tough on her, but the skills she's learned in Jordan's class have helped her feel more comfortable using technology to connect more with family and friends.
I think that has made a big difference to my situation being alone here. I'm not lonely at all. And I know I can zoom in to anybody I like at any time. With that, I find that I can get through the days, I get through the weeks.
Jordan.
All right, so unfortunately, Roz did pass away this week. That was pretty breaking news for me. I've been on the phone with her a bunch. She was planning on attending this class today. So I wanted to dedicate the class to her. And we should, keep her in mind as we wrap up our semester. All right, let's move on, Joe. Okay, so here is the itinerary for today. I'm very, very excited about today's class. We're going to start with the well-known Jeopardy review game, which is going to be a great experience. I'm going to explain how that's going to work once we get to that. And then for those of you who actually want to say something at the end of class, you will have an opportunity to do that at the end of the class. My team and I will say a few quick words. I'll talk about some updates about what to do now that this is over. What are the next steps, and then we'll wrap up for today. All right, so let's go to our very colorful Jeopardy board. Let's go to the next slide, Joe. Okay, these categories and questions cover topics from all 10 lessons. It covers a broad range of subjects. I'll read the topics now. It's managing a computer, entertainment and shopping, smartphone apps, managing a smartphone, and then random. Random will include just kind of random topics from throughout the semester. So here's how this is going to work. I am going to go through my gallery view. I'm going to go down the gallery, and I will say your name. You should unmute yourself because I'm about to give everyone access to do that. You should unmute yourself. You're going to choose a category and a number. So, managing a computer for 300, whatever it is. I'll then put the question on the screen. If you can't answer it, we will definitely help you out. This is not some sort of test, but it's more just a fun way to review the topics that we covered so far. And especially if you missed a class or want to review a piece of the class, this is a great opportunity for you to do that. So I am now going to go down. I'm going to go down the list of my gallery. But if you want to pass, you could do that as well. But let's have some fun together. Okay, so I'm going to start with Bernice. You could start the day. So unmute yourself and select a number value and a category.
I'm trying to read it. Random 100.
All right, Joe, let's go to random 100. Okay, so the question, what icon is used on email to send an attachment? What icon is used on email to send an attachment?
Paperclip.
Excellent, a paperclip. No matter what email provider you use, you are always looking for that little paperclip to send either a photo, a video, or any other attachment. Very nice job, Bernice. Let's go back to the Jeopardy board. And let us go down to Mr. and Mrs. Maestro. So let's unmute yourself.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Lenny. Lenny and Francisco, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Jordan.
Okay. So Lenny, how do you start us off?
Entertainment and shopping for 400.
Entertainment and shopping for 400.
Yes.
Okay. How can you access YouTube, and what is YouTube used for?
Okay, Francisco, answer.
Okay. Well, by clicking YouTube, you get all the information about videos, current affairs, anything that's going on nowadays.
Right. So YouTube you access on the internet, right? You can go to youtube.com. You can search in any internet browser. And then what is it used for? You could listen to music, watch videos, watch Broadway shows, any sort of video you could access for YouTube, pretty much all for free. So it's a really great tool and one that we looked at when we were dealing with entertainment and how to watch videos online. Excellent job. All right, let's go back to the screen. And let us go down now to Renee. Renee, you can go ahead. Let's select an option.
Okay. So I'll do entertainment and shopping for 100.
Entertainment and shopping for 100. What can you use voice recognition for? We looked at many different things. You could just list one of the things that using your voice to activate your phone, what is that used for?
To communicate with Siri.
Exactly. And using Siri, you can make phone calls. You can send text messages. If you have specific light bulbs, you could turn on your lights. You could ask questions like, to convert a time zone or to convert a language. You could ask many different questions to Siri. And we looked at a few of those one lesson in the class. Excellent job, Renee. Let's go back to our panel. That was entertainment and shopping for 100. And let us now go to Judy. Let's unmute yourself.
Yes.
All right. Hi, Judy.
Hi. What do you want to do, Vita?
Random for 200?
Random for 200.
Random for 200 on the board. Okay. What is one difference between traditional mail, sending a letter, through the U.S. Post Office, and using email?
Well, email is digital.
Right.
And it's done like it's instant.
Right.
Compared to the regular mail, it's much easier and it's free.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's great. So the three things we spoke about was time, right? It's faster. Delivery, you don't need a stamp, you don't need an envelope, you don't need any of that. And address, you don't need to type in the zip code and the apartment number and the full building address. You just have to type in the email address. So those are the three main differences. But of course, using email is free. And that is another positive of using the virtual system. All right, that was random for 200. Great job, Vito and Judy. That's a nice teamwork there. Let us go down now to Harvey. Go ahead.
Here I am.
Hi, Harvey.
Okay. Entertainment and shopping for 200.
For 200, entertainment and shopping. Okay. What is the name of a music streaming service? We looked at 2 in this class, but others are fine as well.
I think I was absent that day.
So the 2 we looked at in class were Apple Music and Spotify. But there are a bunch of others. And they all give you the ability to listen to songs, radio stations, different playlists, all on your phone.
Jordan, how about Pandora?
Pandora is another example, one that we didn't look at in class, but that is very similar and also gives you the ability to listen to music.
Okay.
Nice job, Harvey. Let's go back to the board. And let's now, Joan, you can unmute yourself and select an option on the board.
Smartphone apps for 100.
Smartphone apps for 100. Okay. What app do you use to call someone while also seeing them?
FaceTime. FaceTime.
Excellent. FaceTime is the app we looked at. We're also using Zoom, which is another one, but the one I was looking for is FaceTime, an app that you have on your smartphones where you can talk to someone while also seeing their facial reactions. Okay, let's go back. That's smartphone apps for 100. Excellent, Joan. Let us go down now to, here, Sharon, you want to go ahead?
Okay, we'll do random for 300.
Random for 300. What is the difference between BCC and CC?
Okay, CC is visible to all. BCC is blind copy when you're sending to many and you don't want each one to see the other ones that you're sending your message to.
Exactly. So CC are for those people who the message isn't directed to, but that you still want them to be included in the chain. And BCC is for the same purpose, just that they'll be hidden. The people who it's directed to won't see that this person was included in the conversation. Great job, Sharon. All right, let's go back to our screen. Let's see. Here, Rabbi and Mrs. Lookstein. Who wants to go first?
Smartphone apps for 200.
For 200. Okay. What app can be used to text people other than the typical iMessage app on your phone?
I knew that, but I don't remember.
I plead guilty.
The first word of the term is what?
Oh, WhatsApp. You left out the S in the in this question. It should have said WhatsApp can be used to text people other than messages! Exclamation point. Okay.
Excellent. Mrs. Lookstein, do you want to select an option?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's cross that out. Let's go down. Gloria, do you want to choose an option?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Let's go down to Mr. Dweck. Let's unmute yourself and select an option.
That's it? Regina, what?
Oh, okay. Mr. Dweck is passing.
Signature.
Gita, you want to unmute yourself?
Who?
Gita.
Unmuted.
Okay, you want to select an option on the board?
Everybody took 100. I guess that just leaves managing a computer.
Managing computer for 100. Okay. What application do you use to delete files on your computer?
I mean, something like,
So the trash, right? The trash, the recycle bin on your computer. And when you want to get rid of something, you use that. Great job. Okay, let us go now to Mr. Michael Appel. Let's select an option on the board, any category, any value.
I'll do managing a smartphone for 300.
Okay, you're on the.
Managing a smartphone for 300. Okay. How do you connect your phone to a wireless speaker?
Through Bluetooth.
Exactly, through Bluetooth. Anytime you have a device or something, an accessory that's not plugged into the computer, you want to use what is called Bluetooth, which you could access in your settings. Great job, Michael. All right, let's go back to our board. All right, let's go to Susan and Howard. You have to unmute yourself and then select an option. Okay.
Managing a smartphone for 200.
Managing a smartphone for 200. Okay. What app do you use to find a lost Apple device on your phone? When you lost a device, what app do you use?
I know there's a special app, but I don't. I'm just looking at my categories. Is that cheating?
So the app is called Find My. It's called Find. Yeah, the app is called Find My. On some older phones, it says Find My iPhone, but that is the name of the app, which you'll use if you've lost one of your devices, whether it's a computer or a tablet. If you open up that device, it will show you exactly where those devices are. All right, let's go back to our board. And let us keep going. Okay. Connie, go ahead.
Let's try random for 400.
Random for 400. Okay. Explain the difference between posting on your Instagram story and posting on your feed. It's a little tricky.
Neither of which I use.
Here, I'll give you a little help with this one. On Instagram, you could either post a picture or a video on your story or on your feed. A feed, when you post on your feed, that means it's permanent. It's not going anywhere. A story lasts 24 hours. So if you want a picture, for example, if you're posting for someone's birthday, right?
What you want? Gil.
If you want the picture to stay permanent on your Instagram, you should use your feed. If you want it to go away after 24 hours, you should post on your story, and then it will disappear.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right, Joe, let's go back to the board. Let's go to Monica.
Okay, I'm going to choose managing a computer for 200.
Okay. Monica actually got to do this twice, right? Because she was in the self-help Jeopardy also. Okay, let's go. Here we go. What tool do you use to take a picture of content on your computer screen? Taking a what?
I think screenshot, is that it?
Exactly, taking a screenshot. Very nice job, Monica. When you want to take a picture of something on your screen, you want to take a screenshot. Very, very nice job. Let's go back to the board.
use a camera for that, right?
you are using your screenshot. So you want to take a picture of what's on the screen. You're not using your camera. You're taking a picture of what is on the screen. You're not taking a picture of what's in front of the screen, but what's actually there. So on your phone, we showed you how you click on the home button and the power button. And on the computer, you click on that Shift, Command, and 3, or Shift, Command, and 4. That's something that we explained in the class, but it's a Shift, Command, 4 to take a screenshot. All right, let us go to Mr. Fleischer. Okay, let's go to Roberta Stetson.
Great. Okay. Managing a computer for 300.
300, managing a computer. Okay. What tool do you use to send a file, a picture, a video?
All right, we're gonna have to restart your computer, Dad, okay?
Yeah, do it.
From one device to another. Sorry, what tool do you use to send a file wirelessly from one device to another? The first word of the term is air.
I know that one. I know what it looks like. Airborne.
Air, D, R, airdrop.
Airdrop, of course. I know what it looks like.
Airdrop is when you want to send a file, like without messages, you could send it from one device to another. The only condition is that both devices are on the same Wi-Fi connection. Okay, let us go. Joe, you can go back. Let's go to Eileen.
Okay, I'll have smartphone apps for 300.
Smartphone apps for 300. Okay. What is Venmo used for?
Venmo is used to pay, especially friends or family, people that you know.
Excellent. So Venmo is used right from person to person. The best example is if you go out for dinner with your friends, they can easily pay you back on Venmo on your phone. Very nice job, Eileen.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the board.
Venmo.
Okay. Sarah and Warren, are you here? I don't see your face, but let's see if you want to answer a question.
Sarah and Warren.
Okay. Let's see. I think I might have hit everyone once. Let me see.
Did you tell him not to call in?
Here. Okay. Janet and Mark, you guys want to go or?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So you want to choose an option?
Managing a smartphone for 100.
Do we do that one?
No, we didn't do that one. So let's select this one. Guys, these are my grandparents, so very high pressure right now on them.
I see.
All right. What tool do you use when you need light in a dark room?
A flashlight.
Woohoo!
Yay!
You use a flashlight when you want to use on your phone. It's very easy. You go to the control center and click on that little flashlight icon. All right. Grandma, you want to select an option?
Oh, wait, we did it together. Oh.
That was team effort?
Team effort, we're done.
Okay. All right. I think I covered everyone once. If I didn't, please unmute yourself and just call out. I'm sorry if I missed you. Okay, so let us now loop back around and finish up. Now we're down to the 400s and 500s. So now's where we get a little tricky. Let us go back to, I think we started with, who did we start with? Let's go to Bernice Kahn. Bernice, do you want to answer a question again? Bernice?
23 people.
Okay. So I guess, Bernice, we'll pass on you. Let's go back to Judy and Vito. Let's select a question.
Entertainment and shopping for 300.
Entertainment and shopping for 300. That's our last 300. What is the difference between Amazon and FreshDirect?
Well, Amazon, in Amazon, you can actually, anything you're looking for, you could buy on Amazon, but FreshDirect is food. And
Excellent.
And that's it.
Yeah, so Amazon is used to buy anything, any sort of category, and FreshDirect is a very selective site. It's only for food products.
Right.
But they both have online shopping websites.
Right.
All right, great job. Let's go back to our panel, and let us go back to the maestros. Let's select a question.
Smartphone apps for 400.
For 400, smartphone apps. Okay. How do you pay for something without cash or a credit card?
You can pay
You can use the Venmo.
Great. Yeah,
Friend,
Venmo's.
with the card, PayPal.
Excellent. Now, Venmo is used, right, from one person to another. Apple Pay, another example, is how you could pay to a store, right? You could just scan your phone as opposed to bringing your credit card and your cash to the actual store. So those are both good examples.
Wow.
All right, let's go back to our board. I think we're coming down to the end now. We have a few more questions. Let us go to Renee. Go ahead.
Managing a smartphone for 400.
Managing a smartphone for 400. Okay. What makes a strong password? We spoke about a bunch of reasons. What's an example of what makes a strong password?
Something that uses all the incorporates digits as well as letters as well as symbols, and something that you don't use for everything. You should never use the same password for all of your work or
right.
whatever.
Yeah, so with passwords, you should typically use a range of both letters, numbers, and punctuation. And you should also not use things that are familiar to you, like your name or your last name or your pet's name or your building number, like anything that could be affiliated with you. It's more to stay as random as possible, so that it's hard to track down. Great job, Renee. Let's go back to our board. Let's go to Joan. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, now you're making it harder. All
Very
right.
hard.
I'm going to go for smartphone apps. I got 500. I have no other choice. Okay.
No other choice. What is the difference between HealthSync and Apple's Health app?
I think HealthSync is personal directed. It's to your information, whereas Apple's Health app is more universal.
Great. So HealthSync, you import your medications, your appointments, you put in your information, and Apple's Health app tells you kind of your day-to-day health. So if you took 200 steps today, or your heart rate is up today, kind of your day-to-day health information that's tracked automatically. HealthSync is more of like a calendar. It's a contact that keeps track of your medications and your different reports. So that's the main difference between the two. Okay, let us go let's go to Harvey. Go ahead.
Managing a computer for 400.
For 400, managing a computer, and then we're just down to those 500s. All right, what tool do you use to work on two things at the same time?
A shared screen.
Close. It's split screen.
A split screen.
You had half the word. Split screen is when you divide the computer down in the center. You could multitask by having two different programs open at the same time. Okay, let us go to Bernice. Do you want another chance? Oh, you have to unmute yourself. There you go.
I guess managing a smartphone 500.
Managing a smartphone for 500. Okay, what is the difference between do not disturb and turning off notifications?
Oh my gosh. Not disturbing turning off. I don't know the answer. Sorry.
Okay, so do not disturb, if you turn that on, then you will not get beeps, you will not get buzzes, you will not get any sort of notifications on your phone. If you turn off notifications, you're turning it off for a specific app. So if you only want beeps from messages, then you're going to turn off notifications for all your other apps. So turning off notifications is specific per app, and do not disturb, despite your settings for notifications, it turns off the entire phone. So there'll be no beeps, no buzzes across every single app on your phone. Okay, let's go back to our panel. And we will, I think we have maybe 3 or 4 questions left. Okay, let's go to, who wants the hard questions? That's here, Sharon, you can go ahead.
I have at random for 500.
Random for 500, okay. All right, what does Jordan show before every breakout room session?
Besides all the music, usually what we'll be looking at in the breakout room.
Great. Yeah, so I was thinking of that. Everyone knows our breakout room video that introduces the segment every week. That was the answer to the question. Great job. All right, let's go back. We have a few questions left. Let us go to Rabbi Lookstein. Go ahead.
In honor of my wife, entertainment and shopping for 500.
For 500, okay. What does it mean to filter a search while shopping?
I haven't got the slightest idea. I don't use the computer for shopping.
So filtering a search means adjusting the restrictions so that you get what you're looking for. So what that means is, let's say you want a pair of shoes for under $20, then you're filtering your search so that it won't show you shoes that are $30 or $40. Or if it's a color, you could filter it so it only shows you blue shoes. Or if you only want shoes that can come in under 1 week. All these like restrictions that you're putting on your results, that's called filtering a search.
We have no restrictions when we're shopping online.
The example is more like, let's say you're looking for apples, right? And you type in apples, you will get Apple computers, you'll get apple sauce, apple juice, physical apples. You have to be more specific, so you could filter it so it's only the fruit, or so it's only a liquid. So it's more just narrowing down your search so you get exactly what you're looking for. All right, I'm now going to put up the final question.
I know how to do that, but I don't know how to be a filter.
Let's click on managing a computer for 500. So you can click on that. I'll just call out the question just because this is our final one. What tool do you use to organize the files on your desktop automatically? It's STA.
Yeah.
It's called Stacks. On your computer, when you want to take all your files and organize them very neatly, automatically, you right-click on your desktop and you click on Use Stacks, and your computer will then sort the pictures into one folder, the videos, the PDFs, everything will be organized very nicely. And this is very helpful if you're one of those people that have files all over the computer and a very messy desktop. This is actually very, very helpful. Okay, so I think we covered all the questions there. Yeah, we did. We actually aren't going to do a breakout room session this week because there's not really anything I have for you to do in the breakout room sessions. But we're going to spend our last few minutes just kind of going over the semester. So Joe, if you can go to the next, just after all the Jeopardies. Yeah, there you go. So slide down. Okay, so I'm now going to open this up. Before we wrap up for today, I'm going to open up the floor. If any of you would like to contribute to this discussion, you all have the ability now to unmute yourself. You could all do that. And this is more for you to give me some feedback about the class, anything you really enjoyed, because we're definitely going to do this again. And I want to hear from you what you enjoyed, what you didn't like, how you think our team did, and kind of your highlights from the class. So I'm really opening this up to you. I'm going to dedicate some time to this, and then my team and I have a few things we want to say, and then we will wrap up. So please feel free to contribute to this discussion. You could just unmute yourself. You all have the ability to do this and just kind of call out your thoughts.
So this is Ronnie Mandelker. I wanted to tell you how much I really enjoyed this class. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I look forward to Sundays. I really felt as if you made something that seemed overwhelming and incomprehensible, manageable to somebody my age. I feel as if I've come into the 21st century.
One for the other.
I feel as if my children have more respect for me because I understand these things better, not perfectly. I also wanted to thank you very much for the Q&A session that you ran on Tuesday nights, because that kind of helped me to get a better sense of how to actually manage the things that I was taught. You and your team are excellent communicators. It was very hard, I know, to get your points across on Zoom, and you did a great job. With regard to everyone, especially people our age, I have a mother who's in sort of quarantine in a nursing home, and it's very, very hard getting through to her. So for those of us who have benefited from learning how to use the iPhone, we're in a much better position in the coronavirus to, for our loved ones to get through to us and for us to feel less isolated. So thank you so much, Jordan and your team. And I look forward to continuing learning more from you.
Thank you, Renee. Yeah, definitely. We're going to talk about this to the end, but we're going to try and continue those Q&A sessions despite the fact that the semester's over, and in between now and when we start our Sunday classes again. So thank you, Renee.
Yeah, Jordan, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I want to thank you because it's so wonderful being with people who are younger than I. And we are incarcerated. My wife and I are incarcerated so far that it has not been a murder. There may be a murder tomorrow, but today, thus far, we've not had a murder. And I understand you're in Cuomo territory. We're not. We're in Texas.
Wow.
We're strange people. Anyway, I've learned a lot by listening to all these people ask questions, and little tips here and there have been very helpful. Thank you. Oh, incidentally, you're looking at my closet. You see, we're in a closet because we're in an apartment, and we have 2 bedrooms, and we don't have room for a computer. So here we are with my apartment. Oh, you can't see my pajamas, but they're here, and that's what I have to tell you. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Fleischer. Okay, yes, Harvey, go ahead.
Harvey, I am going to be eternally grateful to Debbie Rockland, to whom I turned some couple of months ago to say that I feel naked when people are talking about computer stuff. Being a lawyer, I knew how to email and to type a response and so on, but she couldn't have recommended someone who not only, quote, knows his stuff, but you're a marvelous teacher. You have patience. You say it again and again so that the slow learners like me are able to catch it on the 2nd or 3rd try. And I plan to continue to see you in the days ahead because I still need training. But you're a marvelous person for doing this in the way you do it, pro bono publico, and you're a very special person.
Thank you so much, Harvey. I really appreciate that.
Jordan, I want to second what Harvey just said. I took away from every class, as you can see in the background, the wallpaper that I now put up a part of my family, so that I know how to change that. I know how to online do my banking online. So from every class, I took away many things, but many of them I now call my son on Siri up in Toronto. So every class I learned something, and you've just been such a great, great teacher and very patient.
Thank you, Bernice. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Hello.
Hi, Lenny.
Hi, Jordan. I second to what the other two people said. You are an inspiration to all of us. For you to take time out every single weekend to teach all people like us, that's an inspiration. Thank you so very much for all the wonderful work that you're doing for young people like us, 70 plus. And we look forward to the next semester. Every single semester we learn something new, and we are forever grateful, my husband and I, for all the work that you're doing. Good
Thank
work.
you so much. You
Yeah.
guys are a pleasure to have in the class.
Thank
Both
you
of
so much. Thank you so much. God bless.
Jordan, hi.
Yes. Hi, Roberta.
Hi, this is Roberta. I absolutely agree with everything that everyone said. A big takeaway is that I'm not as afraid of the smartphone. And that's one very important aspect of the comfort that you've provided for me personally, that I'm not afraid to try the buttons, to try something new. And you're a terrific teacher, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Roberta. I really appreciate that.
Did I unmute myself, Jordan? That's one of my questions. It's Gita over here. Can I talk?
Hi, Gita.
Unmute. I have to go Shift Command A, right?
To unmute, you should just click on the mute button at the bottom left, right? The unmute button. It should be at the bottom left of your screen. No, you don't see that? Oh, now you're muted again. There you are. Great. That's, yeah, you're unmuted.
Oh, I'm unmuted. It says mute when it's unmuted. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, so it says mute when it's unmuted. Sometimes that gets confusing, but when you click on it, it tells you what will happen when you click on it. That's why it says mute.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, you're a marvelous teacher, and I'm the toughest teacher you could get, because teaching a teacher is not easy. I know from experience. I've taught 30 years. But you're very, very explaining things that other professionals' classes, even, I shouldn't say this publicly, even at the Apple Store, aren't as careful in some of the explanations as you are. So I thank you very much. I know that I came in late and I had a lot of distractions on Tuesday night, which made it difficult. Among getting a new bathtub and a lot of construction in the apartment. Anyway, I thank you for what I got out of it. I look forward to doing it again. I think you said you're continuing Tuesday night. So I look forward to that. And you also said, one lesson, tools you gave us how to erase the whole thing automatically, how to organize tools automatically, the whole screen automatically. I didn't get that construction to organize the whole screen. You know what that was? The last question you had before.
Okay, so we will split screen? Was that one?
Yeah,
I don't remember what the question was, but Gita,
I'll bring it Tuesday night. Don't worry about it.
yeah, we could talk about this on Tuesday.
The other thing, you did give me some emails. I got some of the emails you sent me to help me make up, but some of them were very, very tiny. Maybe because I have an older computer. Maybe that's, I saw some, but they were tiny.
Okay.
Maybe because my computer's older.
All right, yeah, thank you, Gita. Well, you could ask me those questions on Tuesday.
Okay, but anyway, in general, I mean, it's a terrific class, and it's better I don't know of any college course that's as good as this. Because this is what we need. Because
Thank you. Thank you.
and they give all these highfalutin courses, and they don't touch what people really need, like you did. So I
Thank you. Thank you, Gita.
Okay, this is Haskell Lookstein trying again to speak in behalf of my wife and myself. We're very, very grateful. Like Harvey Feuerstein, who I'm happy to see as a member of this group because I know him for a long time. It's nice to know that there's somebody else who's very, very productive and extremely good at what he does, who knows as little as I do about all of this technology stuff. And certainly this class is a big, big step forward. Most of you do not know the other side of Jordan Mittler, but I do. Not just that he's an excellent student at Ramaz, but also that he is a first-rate Torah reader. And so, Jordan, I just wanted you to know, because last night I finished the grid for the High Holy Day services at KJ, and I haven't had a chance to tell you that we would like you to read the Torah on the second day of Rosh Hashanah in the Ramaz Upper School. It's the same thing that you read for beginners last week. So I hope you're up to doing this. Please God, again next year, all about the binding of Isaac.
Oh, of course, Rabbi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, is there anyone else before we wrap up? Yes.
I'd like to thank you, but I'd also like to thank the rest of your team. There's an awful lot of work that goes in this behind the scenes. Certainly Joe on the board, Nat, and Julie. And all the time, you know, we think of you as Sunday and Tuesday, but you guys must be spending an awful lot of time during the week preparing for this. And that you're willing to put in that much time, not get paid, that this is really quite a mitzvah that you do.
Donation.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Yes, I didn't realize I was on mute. I just want to say we only saw one class or two classes, and I'm like amazed like how well you presented to everybody, and I
raised my hand and they didn't call me.
I just hope we missed most of the classes, so hopefully we can see all the classes again. And get a little more educated about computers. I know just a tiny bit. My husband a little bit, you know, but there's always so much to learn. And I just everybody said such wonderful things about you. They worded it so well, and I'm just saying I hope you continue doing this for a little while to educate us. It's just beautiful, and especially now my husband's disabled, and you know, this is great for him. He loves these classes.
Thank you so much, Judy and Vito. It's great having you.
Yeah.
I know, Michael Appel, did you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to thank you. And I think this is my third year of classes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
And I've been using computers for over 30 years. But you crystallized much of the unknown. I use an iPad, an iPhone, and a Microsoft laptop, which often confuses me. And I would love it if there could be some way of categorizing various topics and enabling us to pull them up to refresh ourselves. Because a half hour after class, I might remember Vimeo, or I might remember some other item that you covered, but I don't remember how to use it. Even something as similar as a screenshot, because it's different to do a screenshot with an iPhone and with an iPad and with a computer.
Exactly. Yeah, so at the end of class, I'm going to tell you about something really cool on how you could practice and watch the classes and review those. I'll mention that at the end of class, but thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm going to, is there anyone else, last call?
Do you know when you may resume? these classes? Are you going to college? Are you working? Or are you just curious, being nosy?
Yeah, so at the end of class, I'll talk about the scheduling and what's happening next. Okay, I'm now going to just talk for a second. I know most of the time you're seeing my face, you're seeing me talking, but I have 3 remarkable team members who have kind of behind the scenes. I know Julia, you see a lot. She's been teaching a bunch of the classes with me. Joe's in the Zoom meeting right now. He runs all the tech. So anytime you see a slide, anytime you see my phone, a computer, that's all his doings. He sends out the WhatsApp messages every week. And then Caroline, who I'm not sure, if you were here last semester, you definitely saw her, but this semester she's been helping me with the social media and gaining PR and publicity. So I really want to take a second. Julia, Joe, and Caroline, I think like Howard said, you guys know us as Tuesday and Sunday morning, but to put together these classes, to present them, we have meetings on Thursday nights, sometimes Saturday nights, going over the presentation, putting together the breakout room assignments and handouts. There's really a lot more that goes into these classes besides from what you see from us during the 1 hour a week. So they really are amazing, and they're putting in a bunch of time. This is all volunteer work, and they're really helping me because I started this by myself, and I really didn't have anyone who was there to really help me. So having them kind of with me and guiding me through this has really been helpful. And I'm actually, if I know Caroline's not here in the Zoom right now, but if Julia or Joe want to say something, I'll let them. If not, we will wrap up. So Julia or Joe, if you want to unmute yourself. Julia, are you here now, or let me see. Julia?
Hi guys, sorry I haven't been so active this class. I don't have the best internet connection because I'm in the car, but I wanted to thank everyone for a great 10 weeks. It was really a pleasure teaching all of you, and I can tell that all of you have really improved your skills throughout the 10-week course, and I'm looking forward to teaching you guys again.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia.
Julia's really, I think she's, for people who've been here, she's been teaching a decent amount of the material throughout the class. So really thank you to Julia, Joe, and Caroline, who have invested time in making these classes just so much better.
Thank you to all of you.
Joe, let's go to the presentation. And now I'm going to tell everyone what's happening next and what is, we have a few more minutes left. All right, there we go. Okay. First of all, this class was recorded. I'm not sure how helpful it will be for you to have this recording just because we didn't actually cover so much material, but it was recorded, and I'm going to watch the recording, see if any pieces of it are useful, and if so, we'll post it on, we'll send you the link so you have that. Now, so here's what's happening after this class. Okay, so the Q&A sessions, if you haven't attended those take place Tuesday nights from 7 to 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. And people have been coming throughout the 45 minutes asking questions. This week, there's going to be nothing. There's nothing on Tuesday of this week. But starting next week, starting September 1st, we will be continuing the Q&A session on Tuesday nights from 7 to 7:45. At the beginning of the class, we will be covering one topic, like one really quick, whether it's a smartphone app or a computer app, a quick topic, followed by opportunities for you to ask any questions on anything tech related. If you encounter something throughout the week or something regarding the classes, you can attend that session and ask your questions. So that's going to be every Tuesday night starting September 1st, not this Tuesday, starting September 1st. From 7 to 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. And that will go on until we get back to our next semester. And the next semester of Sunday classes is starting. You should write this date down, Sunday, October 18. Sunday, October 18 is when we are starting the next 10-week semester. So until then, the only kind of action you can participate in is that Tuesday night Q&A session. Now, one more thing. I'm not sure how many of you, I mentioned this to a few of you, but I have been very busy this week recording the classes. So I got a bunch of equipment. We have everything's really hooked up, and I've been recording the classes professionally, computer basics, and as well as advanced computers. So I'll actually show you a picture. Give me a second. So that has been me throughout the past 2 weeks. I transformed my bedroom into a filming studio. So that's what I've been doing for the past few weeks. I'm working on professionally recording these classes and uploading them to some sort of portal for you to access them. We do not yet have a release date for this, but this will definitely be, as soon as it's out, you guys are definitely the first people to know about it. It will be in the WhatsApp chat, to the email addresses. I will definitely reach out to you about when that will be released, but for now, that date is unknown, so I'm not sure exactly the date of that. But here's what I do know. Q&A session starting September 1st, every Tuesday night from 7 to 7:45 p.m. We'll be covering a topic or so, followed by an opportunity for you to ask questions. And then the next semester, the next 10-week virtual semester will be starting on Sunday, October 18th. And then in between now and then, or maybe in November, December, I will be explaining to you the release date for this web portal and how you could access these classes, because I've done 4 of them so far, and they're actually looking they're looking really amazing. These classes are I'm very excited for these to come out. They're looking great so far, and I definitely think you will benefit and enjoy from those classes, especially because you can then rewatch. You can go back, you could pause and play. The handouts will be there. Everything will be there for you. So it's definitely a work in progress, and I will definitely reach out to you guys when that is done. Okay. So before we wrap up, I really just want to thank everyone here today. You guys all said very nice things about myself and the team and what we have done. Joe, you can go to the next slide. You can have that. But truly, this would not be as exciting as it is if it isn't for you. We do this because we enjoy doing it. I've taught, and our team has taught some lessons, maybe 5, maybe 10 times. I know I've definitely taught maybe 60 lessons so far in this journey, and they never get old because of the reactions when you first look at FaceTime, or when you first find out about how to put something into your trash. Even if something so basic like that, it really just those reactions make everything that we're doing just so much more worth it. So really thank you for attending the sessions every week, for participating. I hope you enjoyed that fun Jeopardy game. And I will definitely be continuing to stay in touch with all of you via WhatsApp and via email about upcoming events. But for now, in the back of your mind, Q&A session on Tuesday nights. Not this Tuesday. This Tuesday, my team and I are taking a nice vacation. But the following week, September 1st, that is when we are going to resume that Q&A session. The Sunday classes, October 18th. That's when we're going to resume those 10 weeks of Sunday classes. And then this web portal will be released very shortly, and I will let you know about that. So thank you everyone for attending today's class and all 10 weeks of technology during COVID. That's the class that we're calling this. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I look forward to staying in touch and continuing to educating you on how to use this confusing technology world. Thank you everyone, and have a great weekend and a great rest of your summer.